Welcome to the Loose and Moose podcast.
I'm Luce.
And I'm Moose.
Two unlikely best friends that I guess love the sound of their own voice, so decided to hit recording. So, thing of the week. Is this how we're going to intro? We just go straight into thing of the week?
Fuck it.
I mean, I guess we don't need an intro. Everyone knows who we are by now. I've been watching a TV show right now that I want to give a shout out to. Not that they need it, but like just to tell you. It's so underrated. I know it won like a lot of Emmy and Golden Globe Awards and stuff, but like I feel like people don't talk about it.
I've got everything crossed. I'm like, please be something I've seen. Please be something I've seen.
No, you definitely wouldn't have seen it. I'm sure you haven't. It's called Veep.
No.
It's Julia Louis-Dreyfus, as in Elaine from Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
It's her like show she did after. So she won a lot of Emmys or Golden Globes or both for it. And the show did as well. She plays the vice president of the United States. And it's just like a political show, but it's so savage. Like they're all like such bad people and the language is so vulgar and it's so funny.
Is it a drama or a comedy?
It's a comedy.
Yeah.
Like it's so silly. Some of the things they say and the way they just figure shit out. It's just insane. And I feel like you can't explain it. And like I said, it's an underrated show because I feel like people don't talk about it. And then there's just this little clip from it that just had me in hysterics the other night. And I've got it ready for you. I did a screen recording of it and everything.
Oh, Jesus.
It was like, I think the funniest part is like he says the most vulgar thing and then the dude's like, hey, and he's like, what? As if he doesn't know what he's just done wrong, that he just said that in elementary school.
Oh, man.
But the whole show's like that. I think I'd like so funny. You would like it. If you gave any of the shows I ever recommend a chance, I think you would like all of them.
Maybe I'll start with that one, then I'll go back. I'll like her, and then I'm like, maybe I will watch Seinfeld.
It's all that. It's just all this savage shit that, like the insults that they think of, like, I don't know how the writers even think of it. I can't even think of any other examples, but.
Good inspiration for the King's Chat, maybe.
Oh, yes, actually. Really funny. And I will just find myself, I started it and I wasn't that into it at the start, but I just wanted to watch it. And then
now the humour's so dark after hanging around one of our other friends.
He should watch it, actually. He would love it.
He's one of the writers on that one.
But yeah, I found myself like watching it every night and laughing out loud to myself in my
go back with some fire.
Yeah. I should be writing these insults down. It'd be funny.
Well, that's 5 minutes of beeping out everything you just said. Perfect. Sorry again for listening to this in headphones if that is you. Did we talk about this on the other one? But like we've been watching a bit more TV lately.
Oh yeah.
Finished Baby Reindeer.
Yeah, did you like it?
Yeah, it was fucked.
That was a really good show, but it was just so dark.
I got tagged in something today. It was like it was like a Mother's Day gift, and it was like a cup with her face on it, like you want a coffee.
That's great.
It was pretty good. And Gentleman. Have you seen Gentleman?
No, what's that?
It's kind of like a dude comes back from war and inherits his family's fortune where he wasn't supposed to because he wasn't like the eldest son.
I think I saw an ad for that. Is there someone famous in that?
You're asking the wrong dude, you know that.
I mean, they're all famous, but like I feel like someone I've seen in another show or movie is in that.
But I didn't know what it was going to be because it kind of started off like that. But then it's sort of like not as crass as that, but it's definitely like quite brutal and funny. And I think it's about to like turn very, very dark. I've only watched the first couple of episodes. So
interesting.
Anyway.
What would you rate Baby Reindeer as a show?
It's a must watch, but
yeah, it is a must watch. It's the perfect phrase for it. Like you have to watch it.
Is it bad to say I was kind of disappointed in the ending? Not disappointed, but I didn't know where it was going to go. But then it was funny because I didn't either listen to anyone that's told me about it, but I didn't realize the guy was the actual guy. Oh, and then it was funny because we were talking about it when I actually finished it, and then someone said that, and I'm like, oh my God, that's even like, I've got so much more respect for him acting that back out.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Because he kind of like made himself not look that great in some of it.
Yeah.
And he said that's true. That's what it
Crazy.
actually was like.
But yeah, if you haven't seen it, and you're into that sort of stuff, it's just scary because it's true.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but
And like
really
you
well
say,
done.
Must watch.
Mm.
And the girl actress is really good because she
Yep.
just goes from being so psychotic to like you feel sorry for her in 2 seconds. I don't know how she does that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think like it's not a spoiler, but my favorite, well, like the worst part for her in it for me was like a very simple scene at the start when they were in the coffee shop, and she just freaks out.
Yeah.
But it's like not like it's still in a setting where like everyone else is around, they're still learning each other. But like for some reason that freaked me out.
Yeah, she went like I said, psychotic.
Yeah. How good. Look at us bonding over TV. What category do they go in?
One day,
One day.
roll the tape. This is going to be in like a year from now. You're going to play this segment again. Me right now. One day you're going to watch The Office.
I watched that clip you sent me. That was funny. With the fire,
Yeah.
like the emergency fire escape.
Did it make
thing.
you want to watch it?
Maybe. It was good. Like that clip was good.
All the Office fans out there know I made Moose watch the fire drill.
Mm.
Not fire. Yeah, the fire drill thing where Dwight does like a fire drill evacuation thing. And I was like, please watch this and tell me you don't want to watch The Office now.
Yeah.
Good to see that you replied to my message.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah. You're
was
like,
too
because
busy
you're like, damn
rewatching
it, she's
that.
right.
Mm. It was alright.
Watch like in 2 years from now, you'll have a Seinfeld tattoo as well. You will love Seinfeld and The Office and Parks and Rec.
Mm. And mine's more of a question, which we both can sort of do. But I've been like watching a lot of stuff on YouTube as per normal, and then it'll just randomly come on to like the GQ things where it's like, you know, the things that you can't live without. So I thought I would just limit you to 3, knowing you've been on annual leave as well. What would be 3 things putting you on the spot that you cannot live without? Only 3.
We're talking superficial things, obviously,
Mm.
because there's funny edits of different celebrities answering that, and some being like, "I can live without my family," and then others being like, "I couldn't live without my lip gloss," and like,
Fuck, they're both on my list.
sunscreen.
You're big on that. That's good.
Yeah. One of probably my Brewmate drink bottle. This bad boy.
So you can only choose. So which color? It's going to go with the new one. You're with the purple. The Lakers purple.
I don't really care about color. It just has to have this functionality.
Okay.
Probably the other purple one I have actually.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I don't know. You're only giving me 3.
Very tame answers so far. Very like adult answers. Water and sunscreen. I didn't say you're in a fucking desert.
Oh, so I'm allowed to have all that stuff. It's just extras. My phone, or would I have my phone?
Nah, you have to. I was kind of figuring I'd see where you've been at the last 3 weeks of what you'd be go to, but that's pretty good.
I definitely could not live without my phone. That's 100% number 1. Oh, fuck.
That's a good 3. Missed a couple of big ones though.
I've been trying to like be better at looking after myself, so I've been drinking a lot of water and I'm really into skincare, so I don't know. But then also like nah, I'll just stick with them, I guess.
Cup habits at the moment.
As in like time, or
Mm.
I've been aiming to get up before 9 a.m. because I'm like, I want to have a bit of a sleep in because I'm on annual leave, but like I want to get up. Not
You don't
too
want to
late.
completely ruin your routine as well,
Yeah.
or waste days.
Yeah. So yeah, usually it's been about 9. Like some days I've tried to get up earlier and then like nah.
Is that 9 with an alarm? Z?
If I don't set my alarm, nothing's waking me. If I don't set my alarm, I'll sleep till 3 p.m. Like my brain doesn't wake up. I don't fucking know what's wrong with me.
What time do you go to bed on holidays?
Oh, that's annoying. I do like my body, my brain just like wants to be a night owl, so it wants to push the bedtime back later and later. And it's really annoying. Like last night I was really tired and I was thinking, oh my God, I'm actually going to get an early night. And I was like getting into bed at like 10 p.m. But then I was just fucking around on TikTok and then I started reading and then TikTok again. And then I reckon I got to sleep at like 2.
Your time off, and I know you've been doing a lot more of this. do you, with your gym routine, are you treating that like you do with TANs and shit? Are you just rolling in at like, 1:26 a.m. in the morning for gym, or what's your preferred gym time?
No, I haven't been that bad actually. I did go. I think I went at like 9:30 p.m. That's probably the latest I've gone.
That's crazy to me. Like to have like my body doesn't want to do anything at 9:30 a.m. Sorry, p.m.
That day, something happened that day. I can't remember what, but like I didn't really like it, so I didn't really choose to do it. But for some reason, it was when I got my car serviced, so I didn't have a car.
You're still at the dealership at 9:30, so you just had to go.
Huh?
You're still at the dealership at like 9, so you had to go at 9:30.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, no, I think because I just didn't have a car all day. By the time I got my car, but then it was like dinner time, and then I couldn't go straight after dinner, and I think I was like, I don't know, Mum was cooking me dinner, that's right, and she likes to eat at like 5:30 p.m. So I couldn't just be like, oh, Mum, I'll take it and run, or I'm not going to eat now, I'm going to eat later. So I had to eat dinner, so then I had to like wait for it to digest a bit. That's right. But yeah, I don't really love going at night, other than the fact that the gym's quiet. Ideally, I'd like to go in the morning, but then I don't really have time to do that all the time before work, so I'm going to have to adjust at some point. But yeah. Anyway, did I tell you the story about my, speaking of me getting my car service at the dealership?
You did. And then when I said that before, I'm like, hopefully we now bring that up so everyone knows what I mean by the time frame. So let's retell.
So I put a poll up on my Instagram story like, hey, just asking for a friend. How long should it take for you to get your keys after you've paid for your car service? After they've sent you the text to say your car's ready. And everyone was like, 2 minutes, what do you mean? And they just lost my key to my car. I don't know what happened. And I was waiting for 40 minutes. And they kept like rushing around looking and then like calling people and then coming back and being like, I'm so sorry. We don't know what's happening. We'll find it soon. Did they
tell you the real reason?
I don't know. Like,
guarantee someone's went home with it by accident and it's in their pocket or
maybe. But they just kept saying, first they were saying they'd lost the car. And I was like, well, kind of lost the whole car. But then they were saying, I'm sure we'll find your keys soon. So I don't really know. And then when they finally got the key, she's like, oh, I've located your key. Your car just hasn't been washed. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, is there some special place you put the cars that haven't been washed and you weren't expecting mine was there or something? I really don't know. But yeah, I waited 40 minutes after paying to get the keys to my car to leave.
That's too long. Was it at least like a cool dealership where you could like, I don't know, make a coffee and they had... Yeah, okay.
But I didn't make a coffee because I didn't know I was going to be waiting that long. So then I got out of spite. I took a free water bottle because I was like, I need to get something for free.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is one of those fancy ones. So it wasn't so bad, but it was just weird. It was like, I would have just gone later if I knew they needed more time, but they told me to come get it.
I kind of feel bad for them too, knowing that they've probably genuinely, like, someone just did lose them.
Well, I was thinking, there's probably someone doing something to it.
They fell down like a drain or some shit. They're trying to distract you while they get them back. Or anyway,
it was funny. Speaking of my gym habits, though, I did have a cool story. You know, Stax official, that I'm wearing their top right now.
They're supporting my
oh yeah, there's
audio interface
down there.
They hold up the podcast.
Did you know about them other than me talking about them?
No.
So it's just like a big activewear brand, and them on socials a lot. Because I don't know, they're just like, they're one of the first brands that I was aware of that did like extended sizing. So because I felt like all the standard brands would only go up to like a size 12 or 14 or 16 or whatever, and then it's just like, oh, you know, what else? What does everyone else do? And they just do like a great size range, and I bought their stuff and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So I just talk about them a lot.
Are they Australian?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And they just have like the owners talk to their fans, I guess, a lot. Like there's like a Facebook group and they're really active on socials. It's a real like community.
Cool.
So I just love them. And I got their attention. Is that that sounds so like narcissistic to say, but like I went to this event in Adelaide and I wore a full Stax outfit, and someone posted it in the Stax VIP Facebook group, like me what she's wearing. I can't find it on the website and I want this exact combo. And then the owner of Stax messaged me and like sent me a outfit to say like thank you, because I post about them a lot, and they always like repost my stuff, so they know I exist. And anyway, they did this once a year where they do 50% off store wide. Isn't that crazy?
Crazy because I knew how much you would spend.
Yeah. Yeah. So as you can imagine, even though I have a lot of their stuff and even though they gifted me stuff recently, I was like 50% off. I can't say no to that. So
Girl math, right?
yeah, it's basically free. 50% off,
100%.
basically free.
50%.
Anyway, so I bought a whole bunch of stuff. And then in their Facebook group, they said, we're going to give back to the community. So go like the latest posts on all our socials and then come back here and comment your order number and we'll be refunding some orders.
No.
And then the next day, you see the list of the 5 people whose orders are refunded and fucking Lucy Ryan was one of them.
That's heaps good.
How good. And I spent way too much as well.
It's one of those like chose you but then saw the thing that, we'll keep that one. That's wild.
Yeah. They just did it by like the biggest orders. No, I think they just like pulled me out of an online generator, pull me out of a hat kind of a thing.
Fuck.
But yeah, how good.
And then you're like, fuck, I don't need some more, so just rebought it all again.
I actually did. I was like, I was considering that other top, so I might just go get that now because, it's free. Because I'd already
Cool from
spent
you,
that money.
smart from them, cool for you.
Yeah. Oh, how smart in terms of like marketing, right?
It's crazy.
Like they've been on sale for like a week, 50% off.
Mm.
I think their whole entire inventory is sold out by now. It's genius.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Especially with clothes. Like, I don't know what their markup would be, but in general, clothes have a huge markup. Like, I remember being told when I worked at Dotty back in the day that it was 1,000% markup. So something is $50, they paid $5 for it.
Oh, good.
Like, and it makes sense because it's just a piece of fabric. So I don't know what their markup is, but yeah, how good.
Crazy. I like the marketing though. That's awesome.
Huh?
I like the marketing. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. They have, really good good vibes, like good culture. Like, I feel like you would like them. If you need activewear, you should hit them up, actually.
They do activewear.
Well, the people that own it is a part, like a men and women partners. Yeah. And they make, men's and women's. And then they make some unisex kind of stuff where they have, like, it's cool, actually. The photo for the item is a girl and a guy wearing the exact same thing.
Yeah, sick.
Just with the hoodies and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, how cute. I feel like I'm pretty lucky. I do win things a lot. So it's just that lucky girl syndrome again. That's the thing people say in the whole like spiritual manifestation internet corner. They call it lucky girl syndrome. Because if you talk about how lucky you are all the time, then the universe is like, well, yes, she's lucky. Okay, she better win more stuff. Then I'll help her win more stuff.
Sounds like lotto to me though, knowing how much like you'd be like buying all the other stuff to then get the...
No, but I genuinely do win a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, think about...
It's cool.
Since you've known me, all the things I've won.
But you also put yourself out there and do things where I think like a lot of people just don't do that.
True.
And then they complain that they're not like...
Actually, yeah, one of our idols, I definitely would have told you this story, but I'm going to repeat it again. He did say to me once, he's like, you keep saying that you're lucky, but you shouldn't say that because you work hard for what you get. So I think you need to say that you're grateful because you're talking about how grateful you are. The universe is rewarding you. So instead of saying lucky, say grateful, and then the universe will keep rewarding you. And like, it's actually so true because then I keep winning stuff ever since then where I'm like, I'm so grateful that I'm this lucky person that wins all the time. Keeping it on the theme, what do you think about gym etiquette? So I've been going at all different times to kind of test out this new gym that I've joined, and I love going at like 11 a.m. It's very quiet. It's amazing. But I hate going at like 5, 6, 7 p.m. It's packed. It's like a fucking nightclub in there. And the other night I got really angry. I actually, this is crazy. You're going to hate this. I timed my gym. I knew I was going when the showdown was on. So I'd timed it so I'd watch the first quarter of the showdown on the treadmill. Because I don't know. I was like, may as well watch the Crows game.
I didn't hate it because you were posting cool stuff. It was cool.
Yeah. But like, don't you hate that because it's Crows?
Yeah.
So the whole first quarter, like how long is that? It was like 30 minutes, right? That whole entire time when I was on the treadmill, I got really angry. I know I shouldn't, but like there was a group of 4 people standing around one machine chatting that whole entire time. One girl was like leaning on the machine, so if you wanted to use it, you couldn't.
That's
And the other 3 were just like facing her. And I was just getting so angry because I was like, I fully understand that they pay membership and they're allowed to do whatever they want in the gym. But if I wanted to use that machine, there's no way I would be confident enough to go and interrupt a
that's
group
awkward.
of 4 people and be like, hey, can I use this? I'd be way too scared.
Mm.
And I didn't even want to use any machines near them because I was like, oh my God, it's like a group of 4 people that they could all judge me because they're all, they're in that social kind of vibe. They're not there to like work.
Yeah.
So I just got really annoyed. But then my flip side, I was like, well, they pay membership. They can do what they like. But yeah, what's your thoughts? Fuck yes or fuck no to treating the gym like a social gathering?
Like, it's a fuck no because if I was there and I'm angry like you would be. But then I guess like for some people that is like a, they all catch up and go to the gym, right?
I know. That's what I was thinking. Like maybe it actually is okay to have the gym be your social gathering.
Yeah.
I just think maybe...
Move away from the fucking things or go grab a
Yeah.
coffee or a shake after.
Yeah, like it just made me extra self-conscious because do you know what I mean? Where like if one person is on a machine, you think, okay, they're working, they're thinking about themselves. But 4 people standing around, they're more susceptible to like, oh, look at her running weird and look at that person. I don't know. They might not be judging anyone, but it made me feel like they were judging because they're all chatting.
What do you reckon, like, if you were, I don't know, a gym junkie and you were there, like, wouldn't it be weird if they were next to someone that's like a bloody bodybuilder that they'd be wanting to get the fuck out the way so then they
Yeah.
can go on and do it?
Yeah,
But I guess they would just then move in and just ask them to move.
probably. Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to see what they would do. But that's a long time. Like, fair enough if you're just quickly catching up and
That's what
whatever.
I thought.
But if you've been doing that for a whole half an hour.
Yeah, because I deliberately like checked. I was like, okay, I'm getting on the treadmill now. I wonder how long they're going to stay there because I'd already noticed them there for a little bit. And then it was, I reckon, over half an hour by the end.
Yeah.
And they were
I
still
think
in it.
that's the only thing I didn't like about a gym. Like, gyms are amazing because they've got 1,000 things that you can do, but I'd always find like the things I want to do, you can't do them when you want because there's other people that are just in that space.
Yeah.
The thing with your gym, because I drive past it to come to your house tonight, I feel like it's so close to like the T section where I turn, where I feel like the people on the treadmill, like I feel like I've got eye contact with them. So I was like waiting to turn. I'm like, I was nearly like, do I wave? What do I do right now? Like they're all, and because it's all lined up to look out the window.
I know. I've noticed that before. Like I've thought about the cars coming down. And I'm like, I wonder if any of those cars are going to be moved.
And it's such a cool looking gym. So like your
Yeah.
eyes just naturally look at it because it's like, it's fancy and it's new and it's got lights, but it's like not just the treadmill run. It's like the bike behind it and the rest. I'm like,
know.
fuck, I feel like, I don't know. You just feel weird looking at it.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's funny.
It does look
And
cool though.
It's a cool gym. Yeah, I do like it. It's a good vibe. But like, yeah, it is funny. Well, like when you're on the treadmill and you're just looking out. But the funny thing is, I don't think you can see from the outside, but there's actually like 2 rows of TVs all the way across. So no one is
So no
actually
one's
looking at the
Yeah,
traffic.
that's funny.
But maybe they are. I don't know.
Surely staying on this, knowing you and things, there has to be some fucking gym fails, surely. Some cringes. Something's come from this. Couple.
I mean, obviously. I was actually thought of one today because I had my first personal training session in a long time, like probably 6 years or something. And I remembered because she said, oh, how are you with box jumps? And I was like, oh, I get, kind of like trauma flashbacks because I had personal training like probably 10 years ago. I think I was like 19 or something. And in the middle of a big Good Life. So Good Life back in the day was like the
Huge,
busy
right?
gym that everyone would go to. And it was a busy time. And he said, you can do this box jump. And I was like, no, I don't think I can. That's too tall for me. And he's like, no, you can do it. And he was trying to be all like personal trainery, I guess, and, encourage me. But I was like, no, like I'm not being just negative. Like I genuinely don't think I can jump that. But I was just a little 19-year-old. So he just said, no, you can do it. And then, okay. And then did it and then just face planted. Just like, yeah. I reckon I didn't even get like feet close to, I just shin hit the edge of it and
Oh.
just
What
like,
was his reaction?
he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry I made you do that. I'm like, I think I just said, oh, it's okay. But in my head, I was like, I fucking told you I can't do it.
I'm not coming back next week.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
Oh,
fuck.
man. But then that got me thinking of gym fails in general, and there's an even worse one than that.
Of course, that was just the warmed up. Right.
Actually, I haven't done any like real bad things. Like you hear crazy
Oh,
stories.
some of the shit you see, like where
Yeah.
people drop super heavy stuff on
Yeah.
them, and you're like, you can't even. You're watching it with one eye, being
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, are they dead or?
Yeah, like I haven't done anything too crazy, but this is just so cringe when you think about it. But that same Good Life back in the day when I very first joined. So fresh out of high school, moved to Adelaide to go to uni. I joined this gym, and so I was like freshly 18. I had never done personal training before in my life, but you got like a free session when you joined the gym.
Mhm.
And I had no idea how it worked. I was so nervous and so scared. And again, busy gym. And I just didn't know what to expect. And I booked it. I think from memory, I booked it on the phone. And the trainer had called me, and his name was Vu. And I think I said something like, oh, like, how do I know who you are? Like, how do I find you? Where do I go? And he was just so chill about it and so blasé. He's like, oh, just walk in, you'll see me. I'm the Asian trainer, like the only Asian trainer. And I just had no idea what to expect at all. Never done personal training before ever. So I'm like walking into this gym, and out the front of the gym, so not even inside.
Oh no.
Out the front, there was... I don't even want to say it.
I already know what you're gonna say.
There, there was an Asian man, and he just said, "Oh, you'll see me. I'm Asian." And my appointment was that time, so I just went up to this random Asian man, and I was like, "Are you Vu?" And I think he just thought I was racist because he was like, he was just looking at me like, "What the fuck?"
Fuck.
And he looked at me so confused. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry. So I just then went in, and I didn't know what to do. And then like I walked into the place where you give them your thing to sign, your little scan, little barcode thing. And then literally like just past the gate, it was a guy, an Asian guy in a Good Life t-shirt, looking very much like a personal trainer. Like, oh hi, I'm Vu. So he was correct to be blasé because he was waiting for me at the entrance as soon as I walked in. But I didn't know that because I didn't know what to expect. So I thought maybe the Asian man waiting out the front is waiting for me.
Please tell me that the guy from outside had not worked out and was also still coming in.
No, that's what's even worse about it. He looked so fucking sweaty, like he'd just done the biggest workout of his life. So why would your personal trainer look like that? Why would you think that your personal trainer would be like drenched in sweat, finished a workout? Your personal trainer looks all professional, like in a nice, polo, and they don't look like they've had a workout that day.
Yeah. I love that so much.
But me as a little 18-year-old, I didn't know that. I didn't know what to expect. I was just looking for an Asian man because I was so nervous. It turned me into a racist.
Yeah. Lucy does it again.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Okay.
Have you had any gym fails in your life?
I think like the funniest shit that I would have done would have just been like like near misses or like not knowing how to use things properly. But then like I feel like we also did Good Life. Me and Lauren, before we got married, we both signed up and we were and doing it and probably should have wanted to do those personal training setups, but I'm like, working in sales back then, I'm like, nah, they're just fucking signing us up. Like, this would be awkward. But then like you probably should do those ones just so you can get a bit of a routine and know what's going on, because nothing worse than just walking around thinking you're knowing what you're doing and shit just doesn't work. Or then like, you're putting weights or whatever on and something flings away, or I don't know, you try and pick up that dumbbell and you're like, oh, that's heavier than it looks.
I see so many gym fails on the internet, and I don't want to be one of them. That's why I've started to go to personal training again, because I just feel too scared to do something wrong.
Yeah.
I just want them to... I'm scared, like, to be embarrassed, but I'm also scared to hurt myself.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, imagine if you just lifted something wrong and hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Well, like, it's kind of funny. I can actually think of a gym fail for you.
Okay.
It's so bad to laugh at because it's actually kind of mean, but at the time it was so funny.
I'm trying to like, what have I told you that I haven't remembered?
No, it's just once in a group chat with like quite a few people in that chat, you posted a gym selfie, and it was like you holding the phone to your face to take a selfie, and it was like, and you had your arm up like a muscle, and you were like, "Who's gymming?" And it was all
Who's Jimmy?
something like, "Who's going to the gym, brah?"
Okay, cool. It wouldn't have been either of those.
And it was like, it was cute and motivational and stuff. And I didn't think anything of it. I just saw it in the chat and I was like, yay, Moose is at the gym. Good for him. But then one of our lovely kings, he like screenshot it and zoomed right in to your reflection in the mirror.
I remember
And
that.
the back of you, like the image of you taking a selfie with your arms up like strong man was so funny. Just to bring you down a peg.
It'd be even funny if like there was someone else behind it just looking at me like, what the fuck is this dude doing? Like lifting 2 kilo dumbbells and then, posting fucking Python selfie.
I think that might be another reason why it's funny is because
It's
you
just
are pretty
me,
skinny.
like obviously if I'm ever posting myself doing the muscle thing, is obviously taking the piss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Anyway, find the photo and it'll be fucking hilarious. There's nothing better than taking the piss out of yourself. And I like it.
Speaking of that, I was wondering, do you actually have any insecurities? Because I have so many.
Like you're talking gym or just in general?
Just in general, because I think my train of thought was like, I got to tell that story about Moose in that gym that day. And then I was like, I hope he's not like insecure about being skinny, because I know some guys are. And I was like, I don't think Moose is insecure about anything.
I reckon like if I give you a serious one, and like it's different now because I'm just fucking old and it's like who gives a fuck, right? Like I've now finally got to that point of like I just don't care what people think. But as a kid, for sure, and there was definitely like like when I like because I used to dye my hair as we did as a joke, right? And then I'd also so I did that for years in a band, like whatever. And then it was the point where, because my dad went grey early, and then I was like insecure about that part. I'm like, when and how do I stop and then transition to like non-dyed hair? Because I'm like, it gets to the point where I was just sort of like, why am I doing it anymore?
Yeah, actually.
But then like I was worried about like, what is my hair color going to actually be underneath? So like for a bit, then when I did it, it was one of those things where it's like anything you do like that. And it's like ages later, you're like, why the fuck did I do that?
Yeah.
But then you just, so probably that for a little bit.
That's funny you mentioned that, because I've never told you this before, but before I met you, I heard someone say, oh, have you seen Moose lately? He's gone grey. And someone else was like, nah, he just stopped dyeing his hair. He's not grey. It's just like his natural colour. He's just like strawberry blonde. And they're like, oh, so his hair wasn't naturally black. And they're like, no, he used to dye it. And like this person fully just thought that your hair went from black to that.
Wow. Didn't go straight to this. I wasn't this grey back then.
Yeah, well,
this was pre-kids.
When I first met you, I don't think you had any grey hair at all. Like you were...
Oh, bless. Best thing you've ever said.
I said I don't think.
Yeah.
You're going to have to find me some proof.
No, I can't find those photos.
But your hair is, I would say strawberry blonde is the best way to describe it. And yeah, that person fully just thought like, I guess in comparison to the black hair, you looked maybe grey, like your hair was just fading or something. And then, they were like, no, you idiot. He dyed his hair before. He just stopped dyeing it.
That was so good.
I was just remember thinking like, what is this Moose guy going to look like? Like, I don't know what I expected, but sorry, that I just went on a tangent, but yeah, that just reminded me of that.
It was funny when we did that, and it was like going like different color change, and then it's like you rock up to that work the next day, or it's like when you've had a haircut or whatever. It would have been the same when I cut the fringe off for the first time. Like, what's going on?
I wondered, like, so now day to day, do you have any insecurities? I love that you have to think about it. Good for you. I'm so happy for you.
I think like this again just gets too cheesy probably for here, but like, is it silly to say like that I just want to be like a good parent?
Oh no, that's good.
Like
then you
not
get
failing
insecure.
at that biggest thing I could fuck up in my life, really.
Yeah.
Is that because everything else is like, fine, or I'd find a way around things.
Yeah.
Where I think like that's
cute.
That's probably the most pressure that I have, right?
Oh, that's cute.
So not that I'm insecure about it, but like I'm like, there's a lot that I have to get right, or at least
Do
wanna get
you
good.
have insecure moments where you're like, fuck, I fucked up that parenting moment. I should have been better?
100%. Like we were talking about this recently, actually, and then like I read something or it popped up where the parents that think like that, you're on the right track because you're actually giving so many fucks. Like if you
100%.
have those parent moments where you're upset, you're like, I handled that like shit.
Yeah.
But then like that's the point.
Yeah.
It's like if I didn't care about that, then. But yeah, in general, like everyone gets nervous and insecure in little things, but like I don't know, there's not much that could embarrass me now because like I just feel like one of my things, and you call it out, like I just like taking the piss out of myself.
Mm.
And if you like that now, like well,
Mm.
I don't know, I'd rather laugh with that as much as anyone else would.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the biggest lessons you've taught me is like instead of being self-deprecating like I used to, change your humor to be like so delusional about yourself. Like
Yeah.
now it's like, oh my God, I'm so amazing. Ha ha ha. Instead of, oh yeah, I know I'm a piece of shit. Ha ha ha. Because that's not funny.
Yeah.
But the amazing thing is funny.
Do I dare ask the question?
Do you know, actually, I was thinking, well, obviously, I can't ask you to name what you think all my insecurities would be because there's just so many. That would be a really interesting can of worms to open. Would you dare answer if I said, what do you think I'm insecure about? You don't have to, but it's funny. Watch you bring up something that is not one of my 100 things I'm insecure about.
All right. Well, one recently, I don't know if it's comes under insecurity, but I'm trying to challenge you on not comparing to others a lot recently. So I would say that would be one of the biggest ones for now. Agree? Disagree?
Agree.
Yeah. And I honestly think that since I've known you, like obviously there's so many things where you've got so much better in that space, but now I'm challenging you like on some around like I know you're past a lot of the ones, and I'm like, why are you like?
Yeah, I've reverted back a little bit.
You know what I mean? Like, is it some of
Yeah.
the stuff where I'm like, you're better than that,
I
and
know.
you know that,
and I can quite often lately clock myself doing it. Like,
which is good.
yeah, and like, but then it's like a whole new insecurity. It's like you did all that work to be better, and now what? You're just gonna fucking go backwards, like because you're like aware of your thoughts. So then you get insecure about being insecure. I just, yeah, it's funny. I was gonna be like, name all my insecurities that you would notice. But I was like, there's no way you'll agree to that.
Never.
So I was gonna say like, like I was gonna think I don't know how to word it. Like I have a funny like insecurity. It's just weird that it's like I don't even care, but sometimes I just wish it was different. So you'll never guess it, but I want to see if there's anything that about my appearance, anything that's like the weirdest thing you could think of that I'm insecure about.
I feel like you might have told us
Maybe.
before. Fuck.
Because the reason I was thinking about this was because my bestie Nicole, she said to me, she was she was jealous of my ears because my ears are small and cute and don't stick out, whereas hers stick out from her head too much. And I was like, I've literally never noticed your ears before. They look fine to me. But I just think it's so funny how people notice stuff about themselves that other people would never have noticed.
I feel like, is it something to do with like feet or something?
Oh.
No?
Should I be insecure about my
I'm trying to
feet?
figure
No,
out.
I'm
I feel like you've told us this once at like a dinner or something. I don't. Nah, you're just gonna tell me.
Yeah, it's just this is my equivalent to Nicole's ears thing. I get insecure that my neck is too short.
I reckon. Yeah. have you said it on the pod before?
No.
Did you talk about it with the mask?
Oh, did I?
Did you maybe? Because didn't you get that version? Because it does something on your neck or whatever, or it doesn't, and then you're like, yeah, I'm insecure about my neck or something anyway.
Maybe.
I could be making this up. Anyway, go back and listen to the episode and see if I'm about
So
to
it's
name
not
it.
even that weird because I talk about it all the time apparently. But yeah.
So your neck's too short.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Like, if you were choosing though between a long and a short neck, wouldn't you want a shorter neck than long?
But don't you look nice and elegant if you have a long neck?
I don't know.
And then I just think it accentuates my double chin, which is probably my biggest insecurity, which I was curious if you would just straight away say that because
No, you
like-
have told me that
yes,
before.
that's like all I talk to you about in terms of editing for the podcast. Like when you send me an edit and you're all proud of it and I'm like, yeah, it's great. Can you just hide my double chin, please? Can you put something in front of it?
Delete me all out of it,
Yeah,
please.
or can you find a better fucking photo of me? Seriously, that's disgusting. And you're like, I didn't even notice it because it was just a funny laugh
Yeah,
that
it's,
you were
it's
doing.
a thumbnail. They're supposed to be ridiculous.
Yeah, I just ruin. That's what I mean. I ruin it with my insecurity, and it's funny. I wanted to tell you about this gym I saw on TikTok, and it's in Brisbane, but like a really far out. That was just like absolute goals to join this gym. It was like I think they said membership was about $120 a week. And then they opened up a day spa and it was then going to be $250 a week. So you could have access to that. And I wanted to read you some of the amenities. I've got some videos to show you, but I can show you that later.
$250.
I know. Isn't that insane? Imagine being that rich where you could make that work. $250
Imagine
a
the
week.
people that pay that don't even rock up.
Mhm.
Motherfuckers aren't standing around the gym equipment paying $250, surely.
Surely. But yeah, so it's an $80 million complex. It's got a 25-meter magnesium pool. Apparently you go swim in magnesium and you float in it or some shit. It's good. It's got a whole wellness center in this gym, by the way. And it's got a dining area and all the ingredients are grown on the rooftop farm.
That's pretty cool.
What else? There's a dedicated altitude training room, a snow room. So if cold showers aren't your thing, you go in the snow room instead. So maybe you could do that because cold showers a bit scary for you. What else? It has real falling snow in the snow room, by the way.
I'm just trying to picture that room. Like, are people in gym equipment?
I've got it here for you. Do you want to see?
Yeah.
Just a yoga studio, but a yoga studio where the walls are made from Himalayan salt bricks, because apparently that's important. It has a hyperbaric oxygen chamber. Yeah, if for some reason you're listening to this and you want to join this gym or go look up TikToks about it, it's called Total Fusion Platinum in Brisbane. And yeah, I was just like, I don't know why it came up on my TikTok feed and I was just looking at so many thinking,
So you're a gym junkie these days.
yeah, apparently. Actually, just before we wrap up, if you like had unlimited money and there was one wellness thing you could choose, what would it be?
That's a phenomenal question.
I know. That's such a hard question. I don't know how I'm going to be able to answer that because there's so many. And I haven't even tried them all.
Yeah, I guess that's a hard bit because I haven't tried enough. Like, instantly my brain has went to, like, either a sauna or even just having a pool. Like, I don't have a pool. It'd be
Yeah.
nice just to have that. But then, like, what's the shit we don't know about?
I know.
I need to go to that place
Yeah,
so I can
try
try
them
them
all.
out.
Yeah. Hey, Total Fusion, do you want to just like fly us up to try the gym? We'll make a podcast
We'll
at
figure
the
out which one
gym.
we need.
Actually, my gym has massage chairs and that's pretty cool.
And
I-
good ones or like the supermarket style massage chairs?
Like the supermarket ones, except you can put your legs in as well. So like they also kind of do the back of your legs and then your arm kind of have arm slots as well.
Do
So
you have to pay for it? It's included in your thing.
well, it's a part of the studio, which is like the level up. So it's a Pilates studio with the massage chairs and massage guns as well. And yeah,
That's sick.
yeah, and a special like one of those machines that does your body fat percentage and stuff. You have to pay for that as well. So it's like $3 extra a week or something. But yeah, I went to use it and I did like a 30-minute massage. And then when it was over, I was like, is anyone waiting? No, I'm going to use it again.
Yeah.
Because there's like 5 of them and then they were all empty. So I was like, fuck yeah. And I sat in that machine for like an hour.
That's a game changer.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty close to you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I need to hit him, like, follow him on Facebook or whatever, and then those random ads pop up where it's like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
you can have blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, see if you can get like a free trial or
The
something.
massage thing's great.
Mm.
Even on the off days.
Mhm.
Like,
I know. Yeah, like there's nothing stopping you going to that gym just for a massage.
no.
And it was good as well. Like it got, I put it on the light pressure and I was like, oh, this is getting pretty deep. Yeah. But yeah, probably massage would actually be like, if I could choose one thing, it would be massage, or maybe even just like physio, because there's so many things that like, if your body's broken, you go to the physio and they can fix it for you, but then they massage as well.
Just actually having that on hand.
Yeah. But also the other thing is like, my skin is looking pretty good from this red light. If I could just get red light. You know, Kim Kardashian has like my red light mask, except it's a whole body thing that she gets into. Like, if I could have that, that'd be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm changing mine now. Some form of like masseuse whenever I want one would be great.
Can you imagine?
Imagine if you got to go to a physio every day.
Yeah.
That'd be so good.
Yeah. Anyway, if you do any weird wellness routines, or not weird, just like ones that we haven't done, please let us know. Yeah, like we've got a friend that does cold plunge. We've got a friend that's got a sauna. Please let us know what we should try, because that's fun. And yeah.
If you have any of these businesses, let us know. We'll come and do the pod in a fucking chamber.
Yeah. We're like out of breath from laughing because it's in like a hyperbaric chamber with no oxygen. Oh, man.
And obviously, hit us with some gym fails.
Oh, please. If you send us a video of your gym fail, we'll post it.
Yeah.
If you
change the name if you're too embarrassed about it or whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. Please.
Or gym selfies with a mirror in the background. Please, come on. Because I'm going to find the picture of mine and I need some homies to help me out. Some homies.
We get everyone to start posting their gym selfies and it's like #do it for Moose and it's everyone flexing in the gym mirror. Please.
I have to find it so that I can add it to the thumbnail.
Please. #do it for Moose.
Done.